Good morning, students. In the last class, we have completed the lesson. Every success story is also a story of great failures. In that, we have completed the story part. Today, we will continue with the same lesson. We have some comprehension and study skills of that lesson. Today, we will be completing that part. Here you can see in your textbook comprehension. Complete the following table about the failures and successes of the great personalities mentioned in the lesson you have just read. The first one is done for you. Here they have given us a table with the details of the persons and their failures and their final success. See, in this table we can find the columns. First one is serial number, then person, then failures or rejections he faced, and the last one is final success. In that they have given us first one for example. First is about Abraham Lincoln. His failures are failed in business, defeated in legislative elections, had nervous breakdown, lost congressional race, congressional race and senatorial race. And his final success is elected president of United States of America. So this first one is done for us. So the remaining table we have to complete it. See the second one, they have given only the final success, that is invented the triodes tube. So who invented the triodes tube? Do you have the idea of that person? Yes, he is Lee De Forest. What did he means? What was his failures charged by the district attorney? So, like that, you have to complete the whole table. This one is homework for you. You have to read the lesson and find the failures and final success of that particular person. Okay, students, we will move to study skills. Read the following story. An elderly carpenter was ready to retire. He told his employer contractor of his plans to leave the house building business to live a more leisurely life with his wife and enjoy his extended family. He would miss the paycheck each week, but he wanted to retire. They could get by. The contractor was sorry to see his good worker go and asked if he could build one more house as a personal favor. The carpenter agreed, but over time it was easy to see that his heart was not in his work. He resorted to shoddy workmanship and used inferior materials. It was an unfortunate way to end a dedicated career. When the carpenter finished his work, his employer came to inspect the house. Then he handed the front door key to the carpenter and said, "This is your house, my gift to you." The carpenter was shocked. What a shame! If he had only known that he was building his own house, he would have done it all so differently. So it is with us. We build our lives a day at a time, often putting less than our best into the building. Then, with a shock, we realize we have to live in the house we have built. If we could do it over, we would do it much differently. But you cannot go back. You are the carpenter, and every day you hammer a nail, place a board, or erect a wall. Someone once said, life is a do it yourself project. Your attitude and the choices you make today help build the house you will live in tomorrow. Therefore, build wisely. What did you understand from this story? Here, the story is about an elderly carpenter who was ready to retire. So he told his employer contractor that he is planning to leave his house building business. So when he want to leave house building business, and he want to spend time with his wife and family members. When uh, he heard that who when his contractor heard that his good worker is leaving, he felt very sad. Though even the carpenter will be missing his weekly check by getting retired, but he want to retire to have a quality time with his family. So that contractor requested him as a personal favor that before leaving, uh, he asked that carpenter to a house built a house. The contractor was sorry to see his good worker go and asked if he could build just one more house as a personal favor. So his contractor felt very sorry and asked him to build only one more house as a personal favor. Then that carpenter agreed. But over time, it was easy to see that his heart was not in his work. As the carpenter was planning to get retired, but his contractor requested him to build a last one more house. So he agreed, but he was not interested in doing that work. So he resorted to shoddy workmanship and used inferior materials. Means he didn't completed that work with good interest and not with using proper materials. Means he just used the whatever the things he thought, he used them, but he didn't completed in a proper way. It was an unfortunate way to end a dedicated career. Means actually he was very much dedicated and he used to do with perfection, but he ended his career with a unfortunate way. Means as he was not interested in building, he had just completed using the uh, what to say using an not proper material, and he not even he didn't give much interest in building that house. When the carpenter finished his work, his employer came to inspect the house. After inspecting the house, that who employer means the contractor, he handed the front door key to the carpenter and said, "This is your house, my gift to you." So the contractor gifted that house to the carpenter. The carpenter was shocked. What a shame! If he had only known that he was building his own house, he would have done it all so differently. He was feeling very shame, because if he had known that he is building that house for himself, he would have used good material and he would have built it with much interest, uh, and he would have planned it differently. So it is with us. They are saying that it is with us. We build our lives a day at a time. So they are saying that it is with us. We build our lives uh, a day at a time, often putting less than our best in the building. Then, with a shock, we realize we have to live in the house we have built. If we could do it over, we would do it much differently. So, they are saying that it is our life what we build. So, we have to do it with concentration, and we have to do in a proper way. But you cannot go back. So if you have done any mistake, what you do, you have, whatever you do, you have to accept it, because that will be your life. So they are saying that as if any mistake was done, you cannot go back and you cannot correct it. So they are saying that uh, but you cannot go back. You are the carpenter, and every day you hammer a nail, place a board, or erect a wall. So they are saying that you are a carpenter, and every day you will be hammering a nail, or you'll place a board or erect a wall. Someone said life is a do it yourself project. So they are comparing that our life is a do it yourself project. Your attitude and the choices you make today help build the house you will live in tomorrow. Therefore, build wisely. So what they are saying is how we build our life, it will be, means what they are saying, the choices what we make today, means what we suppose now we want to uh, if you want to become a doctor, so you have to work in that way, means you have to go in the way uh, how to become a doctor. So what you do is your result of tomorrow. So they are saying that it is in our hand, so we have to build it in a proper way. So complete the table given below. See in your textbook. First one is serial number, point to be observed, and evidences from the story. I have written the answers also. You have to write it in your textbook with pencil. Uh, First one is the setting or location in which the story took place, where it took place. Evidences of the story is, you have to write in the evidences of the story. Construction of own building. First one is construction of own building. Second, the main characters. Who were the main characters? Yes, a contractor and a carpenter. Write second one, a contractor and a carpenter. Third one, the main events. What were the main events? See, you have A, B, C, D, and E. You have to write all those things. Write carefully. In that, A is the carpenter agreed to retire. The carpenter agreed to retire. B is he told his contractor about his decision. B is he told his contractor about his decision. C, the contractor requested carpenter to construct one more house. D, the carpenter agreed to construct a house. E, the contractor gifted to house to the carpenter. The contractor gifted the house. You write it the instead of to here. I have written the contractor gifted the house to the carpenter. That is third one. Fourth is the turning point in the story. The contractor gave the front door key to the carpenter and said that it was his gift. Fourth one is the carpenter gave the front door key to the carpenter. The contractor gave the front door key to the carpenter and said that it was his gift. Fifth is the irony in the story. The carpenter was shocked as he had decided to retire. He didn't show much interest and used cheap material in constructing the house. who the carpenter offered to it as gift. He was shocked and realized the truth. Fifth one, the carpenter was shocked as he had decided to retire. He didn't show much interest and used cheap material in constructing the house. Who the carpenter offered to take it as gift. He was shocked and realized the truth. Sixth, the message in the story. Build your life with good attitude. What did the message we get from the story is? Build your life with good attitude. Suggest a possible title. They are asking us to suggest a possible title for that story. What it is? Build wisely. Seventh one is build wisely. I think you have written them here. Rewrite the above story by giving another ending of your own. They are asking us to write the story by giving another ending of our own. Means in that story, what was the ending? The carpenter, he didn't show much interest and used cheap material for constructing the house, and when he got that house as a gift, he realized what mistake he was done. So that was the story. So they are asking us to rewrite the story by giving another ending of our own. So this is your homework. You have to write the story with another ending. It is your own, means you have, by your own, you have to write the story with different ending, not the same. Okay. Next is listening. Listen to the story about a farmer read by your teacher. I'll be reading this story. You have to listen carefully. Okay. There was a farmer in Africa who was, the name of the story is Attitude is Everything. There was a farmer in Africa who was happy and content. He was happy because he was content. He was content because he was happy. One day, a wise man came to him and told him about the glory of diamonds and the power that goes along with them. The wise man said, "If you had a diamond the size of your thumb, you could have your own city. If you had a diamond the size of your fist, you could probably own your own country." And then he went away. That night the farmer couldn't sleep. He was unhappy and he was discontent. He was unhappy because he was discontent, and discontent because he was unhappy. The next morning, he made agreements to sell off his farm, took care of his family, and went in search of diamonds. He looked all over Africa and couldn't find any. He looked all through Europe and couldn't find any. When he got to Spain, he was emotionally, physically, and financially broke. He got so disheartened that he threw himself into the Barcelona River and committed suicide. Back home, the person who had bought his farm was watering the camels at a stream that ran through the farm. Across the stream, the rays of the morning sun hit a stone and made it sparkle like a rainbow. He thought it would look good on the mantelpiece. He picked up the stone and put it in the living room. That afternoon, the wise man came and saw the stone sparkling. He asked, "Is Hafiz back?" The new owner said, "No, why do you ask?" The wise man said, "Because that is a diamond. I recognize one when I see one." The man said, "No, that's just a stone I picked up from the stream." "Come, I'll show you. There are many more." They went and picked some samples and sent them for analysis. Sure enough, the stones were diamonds. They found that the farm was indeed covered with acres and acres of diamonds. So, the story is about a farmer who lived in Africa, who was happy and content. One day, a wise man visited him and he said about the glory of diamonds and the power of diamonds. Then, what did he say? If you have a diamond size of your thumb, I think you know what is thumb. So, he was saying if you have a diamond size of your thumb, you could have your own city. And if you have a diamond size of your fist, you could probably own your own country. When he said those words and he went, that night the farmer was unable to sleep, thinking about the words of that man. And next day he decided to sell his farm, and he went on uh, searching he went on search for diamonds. He looked all over Africa and Europe. Then he couldn't find any diamond in those places. Then when he went to Spain, at that time he was emotionally, physically, and financially, he was broke. And he how much he was disheartened means he committed suiciding by jumping into the Barcelona river, and he committed suicide. That was that story of that farmer. Then, when we come back to his home, that person who has purchased his farm, he was watering the camels at a stream. In means a stream which run through that farm. Then he saw a stone shining in the morning sunlight. Then he picked one of it and he placed in his living room. On that day only, that wise man visited that new owner, and when he saw that sparkling stone, he asked whether Hafiz has returned. Then he said, "No, but why did you ask?" He questioned the wise man. He said that it is a diamond. Then he said, that owner said, "No, it is normal stone which I picked from the stream. There are many stones. Come, he took that wise man, and he have shown these stones which are in that stream. Then they took some stones and sent them for analysis, some samples for analysis. Then it was that stones were diamonds. So they found that the farm was indeed covered with acres and acres of diamonds. So as this farmer, he don't know that his own farm is having acres of acres, diamonds covered with it. He just sell his farm and he went on searching. So this is the story. Just now you have listened to a story about a farmer. Here are some sentences that describe the events in the story. However, they are not in the order in which they occur in the story. Listen to the story and arrange them in the order in which they occur. Put one after the event that occurs first, two against the next, and so on. So, here they have given us approximately 10 sentences which are jumbled from the story. So, they are asking us to arrange them in a proper order. So, already here I have given the actual order numbers. So, we will see that. 10th one will be the first one. A wise man told him about the glory of diamonds. And sixth one will be second one. That night the farmer couldn't sleep. Ninth one will be third. He was unhappy and he was discontent. Eighth one will be fourth one. He made arrangements to sell off his farm and went in search of diamonds. Fourth one will be fifth one. He looked all through Europe and couldn't find any. First one will be sixth. He threw himself into the Barcelona river and committed suicide. Seventh one will be seventh. The person who had bought his farm was watering the camels at a stream. Third one will be eighth. He picked up the stone and put it in the living room. Second one will be ninth. The wise man said, because that is a diamond. Fifth one will be 10. They found that the farm was indeed covered with acres and acres of diamonds. So even I have written it in the order. You can see them. See. A wise man told him about the glory of diamonds. Second is, that night the farmer couldn't sleep. Third is, he was unhappy and he was discontent. Fourth, he made arrangements to sell off his farm and went in search of diamonds. Fifth, he looked all through Europe and couldn't find any. Sixth, he threw himself into the Barcelona river and committed suicide. Seventh, the person who had bought his farm was watering the camels at a stream. He picked up the stone and put it in the living room. Ninth, the wise man said, because that is a diamond. 10th, they found that the farm was indeed covered with acres and acres of diamonds. Here you have oral activity. You have listened to the story. Now work in pairs and discuss the advantages and disadvantages of traveling abroad. You may use the hints given in the box for your understanding. So what are the hints? Advantages: earn more money, social status, more opportunities. Disadvantages: cut off from your roots, living away from parents, brain drain or intellectual loss. So here they have given us some hints. So using those hints, you have to write the advantages and disadvantages of traveling abroad. Okay, so what are your home assignments for you? The first one is you have to complete the table of comprehension about the scientists, about the famous persons. You have to complete that. It is in comprehension. You have to complete that table about the famous persons, their failures and final success. You have to complete that table. And the second one is, we have read the story of the carpenter. So you have to rewrite the story with your own ending, not the same ending of that story. You have to change the ending of that story. That is the second one. And the third is, you have to write the advantages and disadvantages of traveling abroad using the hints given in the box. Okay students, we will continue the next part of the lesson in the next session. Thank you. Have a good day.